Good morning, everybody. Let me get up here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Oh my goodness, we got a full chat going this morning. Good morning. Let me go up to the top of the chat. Oh my goodness, we got a full chat going this morning. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Kimberly, Miss R. Good morning, Gina. Oh, y'all been talking. I love it. Good morning, Tiffany. Let's see what Tiffany said. Can't stay. Oh my goodness. Girl, sometimes it just hits you out of nowhere, so I understand, girl. Don't worry. Get better. Hope you feel better. Good morning, Mimi. Good morning, Elmer. You're back at work today? Okay, honey. Have a great day. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Wow. Everybody, I have my coffee. Um, Gina, I always thought people meant Wawa like water. We have Circle K's. We don't have Wawas. Good morning, Kaisa. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, my queen. Good morning. Let's see. Let's see. Everybody. I hope everyone had a wonderful night. Um, I got a couple of hours of sleep, maybe 3. So I did pretty good. I was up kind of late, and then I was up early, maybe 4 hours, maybe 4. Good morning, hippie chick. Good morning. Yes, I have my coffee. I definitely need my coffee today. And this is a coffee cup that my husband got for Christmas. It has my son's picture. This is Paul. So I think of my baby every time I drink out of this coffee cup. Oh, thank you, Gina. Yeah, I changed it this morning, so I really, really like it too. I like it too. Um, so let me restate what one of the gifts I got for Christmas this year was. Um, since we have some new people in, I will kind of briefly tell the story. My son, who passed away, he was 27 at the time that he passed. And he had been friends with a guy named Drew, and he comes in here in the chat. His name is Slap and Tickle. He was my son's best friend. And when Paul got sick and ended up passing away, Drew was here and stayed here and helped take care of my son. And since then, he has become my adopted son. And so this year for Christmas, he got me a card, and I opened up the card to read it. And as I was opening up the card to read it, um, he proceeded to tell me that him and 3 other people had raised $500 for me to get an urn to put my son's ashes in. I was so flabbergasted. I was overwhelmed with joy, and I, of course, burst into tears, and, what a gift. What a gift. Um, I have a small urn, and um, I have the rest of the ashes in a Tupperware bowl. And this has never been cool with me, but I haven't been able to get one. So therefore, they raised the money and came up with it, and such a blessing for the family, not just for me, for the family. Um, so anyway, I went on and I purchased the urn, okay? But there was money left over from purchasing the urn, and I haven't received it yet. But I did receive a bracelet that I ordered. And this is the bracelet. It says, always in my heart. It's just a really simple, you put ashes in it, and it's just a little simple bracelet like this. But it is beautiful to me, and I will wear it with so much joy. And as soon as the urn comes in, I will definitely be sharing that with you guys, because y'all, I'm really trying not to cry today, okay, guys? I'm really trying not to cry. So just bear with me as I go through this story. This is so important for a parent, I guess you should say, in the grieving process. Slap and Tickle told me, it's almost like his final resting place, okay? And I can now take my baby out of a Tupperware dish, okay? I'm not saying this, like, I don't look. I have my mom's ashes, I have my brother's ashes, I have my son's ashes, I've got my father-in-law's ashes, I have my brother-in-law's ashes. So, you have to realize that I have a lot of ashes. And it just seems like, I'm sorry, baby girl, it just seems like you're yelling. I didn't know that that's the reason you did that. But good morning before I get into that, but it just seemed like you're yelling at me. I'm sorry. So yeah, so anyway, whenever it comes in, um, I will show you guys that. And anyway, I'm just glad that I can share it with you guys, and I'm glad that you are a part of this journey with me, because the one thing that I want to preface this live today with is that we are not alone, and um, we are not alone in this. We have each other, and we're building this community, and um, I want us to have a community where we're able to come together in an open space, in a safe space, and share our grievances together. It says to take on one another's burdens, and we do that, whenever we hear other people's stories, and we take on a part of their story, and we take on that person, and we think about that person, throughout the day and, throughout the week or whatever it may be. And, things click, take for instance with me and Queen, things click with us because, we share that common bond of loss, the loss of a child that, not everyone experiences. Thank God. I don't wish this. I do not wish this upon my greatest enemy. To me, children are precious, and you don't mess with people's children. Okay, girl. Yeah. I got you, honey. Um, don't worry about it. You just type away, girlfriend. I understand now that you're not screaming at me. I thought you were yelling at me. You know what, Kimberly? I am speaking about you. I was going to bring you up. I don't want to like point you out and whatever, but we're all safe here, okay? And I thought about you and your story, and I'd love to hear more. And this is the type of place where I want to allow people who have went through this to come on panel with me and talk about that. This is what I really want to get into, is having not just me, but I'll do some talking, and then I'll let someone up on panel if you are comfortable with that. And you don't have to be on camera. You can cam down. Just let me know who you are and I'll let you up. And we can talk about this. You can share your story. And if you cry, and we cry with you. Okay? If you laugh, or maybe somewhere in there we can say something that makes you laugh. A lot of people don't understand how to talk to someone in grief. And this is the thing that we need to be more comfortable with. We need to learn how to talk and speak to each other and learn what to say to each other, because so many times we don't know what to say, and sometimes there is nothing to say. Okay, sometimes there is a time to be quiet, but then there's times that you need to talk about it. Okay, and so this is really, really what I'm focusing on this year for 2023. This is the direction that I want this channel to go in. We are a support group, a community of women and men who are coming together to support each other in our grief and in life, period, navigating our life, right? We all need someone. And we're going to talk about some things today. Excuse me. So the last time we talked about grief, well, first, let's do this. I really, really, really want to share some news with you guys. First of all, it is raining here, and it is raining cats and dogs, okay? Oh, shoot, let me see. Sorry, guys, let me try to get this up. Oh, let me see. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's look at some news. Okay, did everybody see the football game, or has everybody heard about this story? Last night, I was on Quick's Live, and this is, someone came in and was talking about this, and I went, and the TV had just been turned off, but we turned it back on because we had it on the football game, the LSU football game, and I'm in Louisiana, so everybody's an LSU fan. I'm not really whatever. It is whatever. Anyway, besides the point, this is so sad. This is really sad. You're right, Queen. And Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin, 24, suffered cardiac arrest. If you watch the video to the right-hand side, it shows him tackling a guy, and then bam, he falls out. He suffers a cardiac arrest after crunching tackle. As it emerges, his mom was at the game. Player he took down says, "Praying that you pulled through, bro," as fans camp outside the hospital where he's in critical condition, guys. Let's pray for him and his mother. I know how it feels to have a child that doesn't suffer cardiac arrest, but that is sick and in the hospital, and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And so I just want to lift up Damar Hamlin to you, Father, and I ask that you heal him in the name of Jesus. Repair anything that has been damaged, Father. Your hand is amazing, and you do amazing things. And Father, we just receive that by faith. And I lift up his mother to you. I ask that you cover her in your peace that passes all understanding. Father, I pray that she remains calm and she trusts and has faith in you, Lord. And thank you, Father, for answering these prayers. In the name of Jesus, amen. Let's look what else is going on. We've got the Marvel star Jeremy Renner requires second surgery and is in intensive care with blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries after a snowcat incident at his Lake Tahoe ranch. This is crazy. We lifted him up in prayer yesterday. It's saying right here live that Damar Hamlin is still in the hospital in critical condition. They ended up suspending the game, and I believe that was the right thing to do. Yes, that's another thing too, Kimberly, you're right. Barbara Walters passed away, 93 years old. I'm surprised that's not on here, to be quite honest with you. I know it was a couple of days ago, and we have a lot of stuff going on, but still. Good morning, Chirp and Burt. Girl, you had me laughing this morning. Oh, you're up early. Yep, and the Pope passed. That's right. Let's see what else is happening. Wow. Dana White told fighters in 2014, "You never bounce back from putting your hands on a woman." And now he faces calls to quit as UFC president after slapping his wife on New Year's Eve. What the hell? Oh, yes. Is it Pele? I don't know how to say that, but I heard about that too. Yeah, it's sad. It's really, really crazy. This video right here is, watch this. He slaps the shit out of her. Bam. Hits her again. Bam, bam. The hell? Goodness gracious. That's I hope she's safe. Let's see. My children pick their own bedtimes. Let's see if anybody will go for this. Okay? My children pick their own bedtimes, have a vegan diet, and go barefoot. People accuse me of abuse, but I'm confident in my decisions. Let's see. Caitlin Green, 23, says her children won't attend school and don't visit doctor. The mother of two believes kids shouldn't have bedtime routines or wear shoes. She practices what's called holistic and respectful parenting with her partner. I don't know about that. I'd have to, you know, you know, yeah, whatever. Everybody has their own way of doing things. I don't judge her. I'm not gonna judge her. Um, everybody has their own way of doing things. You know, I don't agree, but I don't judge her. I'll just say that. I don't agree, but I don't judge her. Um, I think that children need to have structure. I think that we teach our children many valuable lessons through structure and teaching them how to live in this society that we are living in today. We are raising little from Missouri. Yes, Kaisa, she's from Missouri. We are raising little human beings that are going to grow up. They're going to go out into the world and they're going to have to experience all the negativity and bad that we experience. You cannot always protect your children. I know that hurts to hear that, but let me say that again. You cannot always protect your children. As a mother, that's what we are built to do, is to protect our children, to protect our young. And it's inherent in us, or it should be. And so I'm not saying she's not protective, but I am saying that I just feel like, they need structure. You can't have a child running your whole household. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's pouring rain here too. Yes, this structure is so important, Kimberly. So important. I'm a very structured person, and my children were very structured, and are even my son is, my oldest son. Thank you, Kaisa. Yeah, you know, yeah. A lot of people do that, though. A lot of people that don't have kids, they will tell you in a heartbeat. Yeah, Kimberly. Yeah, these little humans might have to protect our country someday. You're right, Gina. That is so. What a statement that is. Yeah, Kimberly. Yeah. Um, my grandson, oh, honey, he's come so far. Um, he's 12 now and in the 7th grade, and we've had to deal with a lot of bullying stuff this year. So it's been a roller coaster ride. Parenting styles might be an interesting topic for a chat. That's good, Miss R. Let me write that down. Yeah. Thank you, Miss R. I wrote that down. There was something in the news a few weeks ago where a couple was convicted of neglect because the child died of being on a vegan diet. See, that's the thing. This is the thing. We need to realize that our children need certain things like calcium, vitamin C, all these things that you get from certain things you eat and drink to grow healthy. Oh my gosh, what's going on, I wonder? Hey, Thursday's child, good morning. Yeah, look, I don't know anything really about the vegan diet. This is my thing. You can, I believe, good morning, Casey. Good morning. I believe that there's certain, if you want to have a vegan diet, then you have to figure out a way to get all of the nutrients and things that you need, right? Just like when you're eating just a regular diet like I eat. So yeah, any diet can be good for you if you're taking care of yourself in other ways too. I think that it coincides with different things, right? Um, like for me, I probably eat too much starch. I probably eat too much bread. I probably eat too much pasta. But I'm a country girl. I like to cook and I like to eat. And when I wake up in the morning, my first thought process is, well, my first process now is I usually, say a little prayer and then I come on here and do the live. And then afterwards, we talk about what we're going to have for the dinner tonight. And usually I already have a menu made up. Oh, goodness, Miss R. That is so sad. Yeah, breastfeeding does give important immunities to infants. Yes. And there are some women that cannot breastfeed. And so if that's the case, you have to find an alternative. My brother, when he was coming up, of course, that was back in the 60s, when he was born, he had to drink goat's milk. That's the only thing he could have. Um, okay, it could be a false alarm. Okay, okay. Biscuits and gravy. Hey, my kids were eating little things like grits and stuff like that. Little oatmeal and stuff like that. Hot cereals. When they were 6 months old. I couldn't breastfeed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking Thursday. Yeah. I mean, there are things, that have to coincide with that to make it healthy, I believe. And like I said, I don't know about the vegan diet. I just know that I'm not vegan. So I don't judge anybody that is, though. I would, if I knew somebody that was vegan, I would be willing to learn more about it, but I don't know anybody. I live in the South and there's not a whole lot of that here in the South. We love to eat here. Um yeah, we love to eat. I love greens, all veggies, but not being on red meat at all. Chicken, yes, please. Yeah. I love red meat. But like the other night for New Year's, we roasted some chicken and then we had some chicken breast left over. So we sliced them up and we put taco seasoning and we made chicken fajitas last night. And oh my gosh, they were so good. So good. Oh, Miss R, I couldn't live without cheese either. Oh no, I love cheese. I love sharp cheddar, Gouda. I love steak too, Kimberly. Yeah. My grandma called me a rat because of cheese lover. I'm vegetarian, but no way could I give up cheese and eggs. Yeah. No, I love cheese and I love eggs. I can make egg salad, and yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. We do too, Gina. We do too. We buy half cows for our freezer too. Your very first pot roast came out great yesterday. Oh, well, good for you, Miss R. I love pot roast. I put a pot roast in my crock pot. Ooh wee. With some carrots and potatoes. Mm-mm. Yes, honey. Yeah, we buy half cows too, and it lasts us a pretty good while. Yeah. You like egg salad too, like 4 times a week? Yeah, I love egg salad. Yeah. You need to buy half cow. See, your body was craving. You see, your body will tell you what you need, right? We do that a lot. I will start to eat something, and you can ask any mom. You can ask my mother-in-law, my husband, and they'll be like, "You're going to turn into a noodle if you don't stop eating noodles, okay?" But I just get it. I get stuck on something, and that's what I'll eat. Pot roast, yes, I'm getting hungry too. Oh, that's really good, Miss R. A quart of skim milk every day. You were craving that milk. You went to an art school half days. They were all a little nutty. There was one kid way beyond nutty. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, that's horrible, Sue. That is horrible. Oh, you're stuck on noodles now, Queen? Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, let me look back over here. I wanted to mention this. Um, Two cheerleaders, 17 and 16, are killed after a cop ran red light at 86 miles per hour and struck their car during New Year's Eve high-speed chase in Louisiana. Officer is arrested and charged with 2 counts of negligent homicide. Maggie Dunn, 17, and Caroline Gill, 16, were killed after Officer David Cawthron, 42, slammed into their vehicle Saturday morning. He has been charged with negligent homicide and negligent injury. He had been pursuing a car thief and suspect involved in a home break-in. Suspect Tyquel Zanders, 24, is facing charges of home invasion, auto theft, aggravated flight, and manslaughter. Here are the 2 girls. Here are the 2 girls. Yes. Yes, this right here is horrific. Horrific. Yeah, the people that they were chasing, this is the officer right here. That's the cop. And here's the girls. And this is the suspect that they were chasing. This was in Baton Rouge. He ran red lights that reached speeds up to 110 miles per hour. He was being chased by that cop, and the problem is where it comes into the factor is that, yes, Casey, we talked about that earlier. We talked about DeMar earlier, and we prayed for him. Yes, prayers for their family, these two girls' family. Let's pray for the police officer. Um, the problem with this story is that um, you don't need to pursue if it's going to potentially harm um, or injure a person in this pursuit. And that is why the cop was arrested. And here is the car. Um, yeah, not much left of the car. Um, so anyway, um, let's pray for these girls and their parents, Maggie Dunn and Caroline Gill, and the BHS community. This is in Lafayette, Louisiana, down south. I'm up north. This is down south. So this is about 5 to 6 hours away from me. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful young women who have now gone to heaven because of a senseless act, a senseless set of events that led to this tragedy. Senseless. Okay, guys, so today we are going to look at a few things about grief. And the last time we talked about grief, we talked about the 5 stages of grief, and we went over them very briefly. Yes, Queen Indy Mom's son passed away from a horrible car accident. His death date is coming up January 9th. It will be 3 years this year. My son's death date is January 27th, and it will be 3 years this year. So our sons passed away within 2 weeks of each other. And yeah, that's where the issue comes in Thursday, is why I believe he was arrested, is because he should have called off the pursuit and, let the person, they could have found him later, right? Oh my gosh, good morning, KFC. Good morning, KFC. Good morning, good morning, good morning, KFC. Yay. Oh, baby, don't bawl. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. It's okay if you bawl. It's okay. I shouldn't have said don't bawl. We are here for each other, honey. We are here for each other, and this is why, so we can come together and share, and we can love on each other and hold each other up when we know that those days come. Y'all just know that during this time, there may be times where you show up and I may not be on. You know what I'm saying? I just want to warn you. I don't want y'all to think that I got it, so together that I can't fall too. This is something that we're all walking through. And this is something that I get up every day to strive for, right? I am thriving in my life, and I want to continue to do that. But the thing is that I have to understand too that there's some days where it may be just too much emotionally for me, and I may have to take that little break. And sometimes I do that even, you can ask Indy this, I do that even daily. I will step away from YouTube, right? There's just some things I'm not going to participate in, you know. Yeah, honey, I got about 3 to 4 hours of sleep too. So I know I was already crying this morning, but I had to get it together. And I even told Indy I can't watch the thing right now, but I will, because if I started, I would just be bawling, and it was time to start. So, oh my goodness, we're all gonna be y'all get the Kleenexes out. Oh, get the Kleenexes, ladies. Yes, yes, we've got to hold Queen up. Her date is coming up, and you know, PTSD is strange. It makes you go back and relive everything all over again. The days working up to that, what you did in those days, what you said in those days, the last laugh that you heard your child give to you, the last kiss, the last touch, all these things go through your mind, and there's no way to stop it. You have to feel and go through it and walk through it. And that's the hardest thing to do. And sometimes, to be quite honest, you have to freaking crawl for it. Okay? And it is hard. It is hard. Depression in grief is hard. And for me, because I've had so many losses, because, you know, my grandmother died, my brother died, my father-in-law died, my uncle died, um, my mother passed, my son passed, my grandchild passed, I had a best friend that passed from cancer. When you have 8 to 10 to 12 losses in 10 years, you don't know. And I wanted to say this to you, Kimberly, is yesterday I read your comment, and I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you. And I didn't because I knew that if I tried to even explain it, it would be hard. So I would just have to answer and give you a comment today, because when you have as many losses as I have, I don't know. I am in every stage of grief. Okay, I'm in every stage of grief. And I'm in different areas of that grief. And I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm out of the depression stage of grief. And I am now in the acceptance stage of grief for most of the deaths that I have endured. That's a lot. Yes, Casey. Yes, Gina. With grief, there are no timekeepers, no final exams. With grief, there are no timekeepers and no final exams. Yes, that's what I was going to talk about today, is that we need to understand grief never ends. I don't know of anyone saying that it does, but what I have lived is that grief never ends. It changes, and it changes you. It changes you. Um, yes, some people grieve forever, but this is the thing. You have to come to a place, okay? This is how I view it, and this is my personal belief and, my opinion. My child is a spirit who God gave to me in a body. And now my child, his body is in ashes, but his spirit is with God. And I will be with God also because I'm a spirit also. And the only reason I can live here on this earth is to be in this body. And when I shed this body, my spirit will go on. We are eternal beings, and this is my opinion. You don't have to, I'm not preaching. I just want to let you know my opinion, my belief system. I had a vision one day of my son walking into my room, standing there and just looking at me as I laid in the bed and cried. Uh, and it brought me out of the bed. You know what, though, Kimberly? I am happy. I want to say to you, I never thought I would be happy again. I never thought that I would be happy again. I promise you that. And to this day, I have I have bipolar mental disorder with depression. I do take medicine. I don't take any medicine for anxiety or anything like that. I only take depression medication, and it keeps me on an even keel. It helps me. It has really saved my life. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to commit, take my life. I didn't want to do that. I just didn't want to participate in life. Um, I wish I could hug you too, Indy. You know what? One day, one day, and that would be so great too if we were all in a room together. Because I told Indy this morning that that's exactly how we see this group is we're all in a room together, and not everybody's going to come in and greet each other. You can't say hi to everybody, but you don't have to, because you just know that you're okay with each other. We got each other's back in this room, right? We've been through hell and back. We have been through hell and back. And by golly, we're going to be okay. And I'm going to be happy. I have spent 15 years of my life being depressed and sad and not wanting to participate in life. And let me tell you something, I missed out on a lot. I missed out on a lot. Not 15 years. I'll take that back. It was 10. About 10 years. That's okay, Kimberly. That's okay. I had to be on them for several years. And the reason I took myself off of them is because they weren't helping me anymore. I wasn't seeing anything. I didn't see my panic attacks go away. They were there. And so I weaned myself off. Yes, hugs all around to everybody. Yes, Gina, there's something that is very, very strange that you say that today, but I won't call it strange. What I'll call it is something that God is telling me on the side that you don't even know about. But my daddy has always told me to be gentle with myself. And this is one thing that I'm learning how to do, is to be gentle with myself while grieving. And so that is our quote for today. I want to use that, Gina, if you don't mind. If you have another quote, that's great too. But this right here says something to me that even you guys don't understand. Today is my daddy's birthday, and I have not spoken to my daddy in since June, since Father's Day. So I've been struggling with whether or not I should call my dad. And I get you put this up on the screen, and he's always told me to be gentle with myself. So maybe, just maybe, I need to make a phone call. So guys, good morning, Bloom. Welcome. Yes, happy birthday to my daddy, my sweet daddy, who I have been so upset with and mad at. And just, we need to understand, just because we're upset or mad at somebody doesn't mean that we're not forgiving them or we don't love them or anything like that. Anyone should know that there's times in life where you go through things where you don't speak for a period of time. I haven't been mad at my dad, and 6 months can go by that we don't talk. This is normal. Okay, guys, this is very normal. So it'll be something hard for me to do, but it's not something that I'm so prideful that I can't do, right? Because that's my daddy. So thank you, Miss R. Thank you, Miss R. Yes, panic attacks are and can be so bad. I have suffered from panic attacks for many years. I am so much better now with the meds that I take. There's 2 medicines, Cymbalta and Rexulti, that I take, and they work interactively together, and they have taken away most of my panic attacks. So I am so thankful to that. Every now and again, something can happen, and it'll trigger, and a panic attack come. But I always reach out. I reach out to Queen. I reach out to somebody. I don't know why I'd say somebody. I reach out to Queen, okay? That's how it is. So, yeah, Queen says she would call my daddy for me. You got angry at your mother's birthday. See, I feel the same way. I feel the same way, KFC. He doesn't ever remember my birthday, and he has not. I'm 49 years old. He hasn't called me on my birthday in years, and I got fed up with it. I told him I was tired of it. I don't think he would turn me down. He's just as hard-headed as I am. He raised me, so I'm hard-headed. I just don't take no shit. Even from my daddy, I'm not going to take no shit. That's just my personality, though. I don't have time for petty bullshit. If you are not going to be in my life and support me and love me and be there for me, you can't even show up to my son's funeral. There are things that are just hard for me to deal with. And that's a part of the grieving process too, is that, death brings out the worst in people sometimes. And you have expectations of people, and they don't always meet those expectations, and you get mad. And that's where I am right now. And I'm being honest. My feelings were hurt, and I'm at a place where I just want peace, and I want love in my life. And if you're not going to support me, then, and you're just going to hurt me, then I don't need you in my life. And that's how I feel. And that's not actually the right way to feel, but that's how I feel. Good morning, Slap and Tickle. Guess what? Guess what? I got my bracelet. I got my bracelet in yesterday. The urn hasn't come yet. Yeah, maybe you should, Miss R. Oh, it is Slap and Tickle? Okay, okay, good. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I will, KFC. I will. I will. Um, yeah, Miss R, you know, I'm not in the medical profession, so I can't tell you what to do, but I would advise you to speak to someone. Because, look, it took me months of trying different medicines before we got to the right medicine. Um, so you really need to look into that. Just tell them what's going on and tell them you need to find something. And maybe there's something new. Look, sometimes you have to ask. Um, Yeah, and therapy is real good too. I've been in therapy. I have a psychiatrist and I have a therapist. Um, and Queen Indie Mom is my therapist, and my husband is my therapist. And look, guys, we have to keep the lines of communication open. Um, that's a great idea, Kimberly. That's a great idea. And listen, this is the wonderful thing. Yesterday, I was sitting in my room going through a box that had pictures and stuff in it, and I came across a plaque that my aunt had given to me, sent to me with a really nice like poem in it for me. And this was years ago because she hasn't talked to me since 2007. Yesterday, she contacted me. I saw that plaque yesterday. This is really weird. This is a God thing. I saw the plaque and wiped it off and everything, cleaned it off, set it to the side. And about an hour later, I got up to come outside to smoke a cigarette. And I just opened my phone and a message came through on Facebook from that aunt that I have not talked to since 2007, asking me, am I who she thinks I am, and to give her a sign to let me know if it's really me or not. Give her something that only me and her knows about. So I gave her my middle name, and I was named after her. My middle name is named after her. And so she knew it was me, and we've reconnected. I sent her my number. Hopefully she'll call me today, or text me. Um, and sometimes you have 20 years that goes by and you reunite. And this is a beautiful story because now I've got my aunt back, and I'm 49 years old. I've spent, since 2007 being without my aunt in my life, and she's the only aunt that I ever knew. I used to go and spend summers with her in Texas. She lives in she lives in George West, Texas. Um, Beautiful, beautiful land. She's got cows and all that, and it's just beautiful out there. Um, so yeah, I just, sometimes God has a plan and you don't always see it. You know what I'm saying? And you just have to trust and have faith that things are going to come together. And she asked me yesterday for me to forgive her. Please forgive me for not staying in touch with you all this time, she said. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I told her? You've been forgiven. See, I haven't carried that grudge against her. I haven't made it a huge thing in my life. I've missed her, I've grieved her, but I didn't make it such a huge thing in my life to where it ruled me. So I'm so excited, y'all. I am so excited to be back in contact with my aunt. Um, we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to talk about grief, and we'll keep this going. Tomorrow we have our personality, but I just want to say we've been an hour into it, and we're having such good conversation that I want to keep that going. Um, has everybody gone to my community page? I think most of you have. I've got all of your names written down with what your personality type is. If you have not taken the personality test, please go to my community post and click on the link in the last post that I left. That will take you to the personality perfect test. Take it. When you hit the get started, it'll take you back up to the top and it will tell you. You don't have to wait on the email. It'll tell you right then. Look and see what personality you are and write it in a comment to me. And we are going to start going through these personalities, y'all. Let's see. I've got a list right here. Let me see. Okay. So here's my list with everybody's names. And this is very, very interesting, y'all. Very, very. I did this last night with my son, and my husband did it also. And so we're going to start talking about this. This is going to be so much fun to go over and figure out where we are and how we even cross over into other personalities, right? Is so much fun. So, anyway, I'm going to calm down and I'm going to go outside. I'm going to drop my link. If anybody would like to come up, please do, and please keep it on topic of what we're talking about. We can talk about, grief and what's going on. Um, Let me just get all this set up. Let me come in. Okay, guys. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Smoke break, everybody, smoke break. Y'all want to hear a very funny story? So, yesterday, as I was out showing the beautiful roosters, what y'all didn't know was as I turned around to leave, one of my beautiful roosters ran up on me and attacked me. Okay. Yes. While I was doing the live, I did not let y'all know that the son of a gun, I'm really trying not to cuss. Y'all know I got a foul mouth. Y'all know I'm loud, I'm southern, and I'm foul. I got a potty mouth. I have to admit it. I love Jesus. But if you go read the Bible, even Peter had a potty mouth. Okay, he even cut off a man's ear and God reattached it for him. So, he didn't get mad at Peter. But I turned around and I took the flip flop off. That son bitch almost made me fall down. Look at my leg. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you what the rooster did to my leg, okay? Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see it well. It's hard for me to tell. But that son bitch came up and attacked me. And I turned around, I took my flip flop off, and I hit that son of a bitch so hard. And he tried to come at me again. I said, oh, hell no. Hell no. Fisting to have some rooster stew. You right, Gina. You right. Damn rooster. I told Larry, I said, we fixing to have slick for dinner. So we've got a couple of them. As roosters get older and they start to fight. And we've had a couple, and we've had our roosters for it's been over 2 years. And in rooster days, that's pretty old, I guess. I don't know, but they are getting really aggressive, and I've never had one do that to me. Never. Yes, he's got a name, so no, he won't be dinner. I promise you that. I'm just playing. No, ma'am, no, Miss R. We have meat birds, but we do not name them. They're meat birds, and we don't name them. And then we have our roosters and our hens, and we do name them. They're our babies. So yeah, he won't be dinner, I promise, Miss R. I don't want to eat rooster anyway. He's a butthole rooster, Casey. An asshole, man. He is slick for a reason, that little son bitch. And see, I don't say son of a bitch, I say some bitch. Okay? Let's get it straight. Some bitch, okay? Oh, your neighbor's rooster Richard went to a bigger chicken farm? Poor Richard. I tell you what, I guess he thought that I was out there. He was protecting the hens, is what he was doing. Um, that's the only thing I could figure, little ass. Man, I got some Neosporin and stuff on it though. It's pretty gnarly with the bruise. It's got a bruise. But anyway, I'll live.
As my daddy would say, I've had worse than that on my eyeball. Yeah, I put some hydrogen peroxide on it and cleaned it out, washed it up real good, and then put Neosporin on it. Oh no, Gina, can't have that. Oh, tell her to try. Oh shoot, tell her to try to come up again. Tell her to try to come up again, baby. Why can't she get up here? Look at this. Look at this son bitch. Look at this. Look, he's running up on me. Don't you run up on me. Don't you run up on me, you little fart. You better go somewhere with your puffed up self. Ain't nobody gonna take that shit. That's right. That's right. Turn around. Go on now. Go. Shake it off. Shake it off, brother. Shake it off. You gonna be okay. Yeah, you gonna be okay. That's sneaky, y'all. That's sneaky. Hey, surfing. How you doing, honey? Oh, Thursday's child. Okay, INTJ. I'll have if you leave a comment or write it down, Queen, if you can, and I'll get it with you. I'll get with you afterward. Happy New Year to everybody. Yeah, you're the INFJ KFC, I think. Yeah, try to come back up. Kimberly, I'm sorry I didn't see you. I was walking. I had my comments on, and when my comments are on, I can't see. Hey, I Heart Pink, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. I hope your day is going good, sweetheart. We are hoping that Kimberly comes up on panel and she's trying to find her vape. We're all having a cigarette break. Good, good. Yeah, mine's going good so far. I had a little bit of sleep, and after I get off of here, I'm going to cook some breakfast. And yeah, yeah, I've got to keep an eye on those ninja roosters, so I sure do. I've never had one attack me like that. I've had Sneaky run up on me, but he didn't attack me. He just wanted to sit on my foot and kind of do what he does on my foot, or what he wanted to do, but I didn't let him. Oh, a spinach Greek salad sounds delicious. Yes, we are rare. INFJs are rare. Very intuitive people, very empathetic. Yeah. Gina, that's Sneaky, Mr. Sneaky, which is the one that I just showed you on camera. Here he is right here beside me. Look. Hey, buddy. Buddy, what you doing? You got your one leg up? Y'all see him? Can y'all see him? Yes, honey, you are safe here because I will whack someone over the head if they mess with any of y'all. Ain't gonna be no crap or drama over here, honey. We here to have a good time. Yeah, that's sneaky. That's sneaky right there. Uh-huh. Look at him with his one leg up. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? You're not crowing or nothing. What's happening? What's happening? Everybody is seeing you right now. Yeah, you're on candid camera. You want to talk? You gonna tell us something? Crazy roosters. Crazy roosters. Oh my goodness, chirp and burp. That is so funny. I haven't seen her. I can come on. I found my vape. Okay, girl, I'm waiting on you. You come on and hit that link. I'm going to go back inside and get on the computer.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, okay. Drop the link. Okay. I sure will. Coming. It is coming. There we go. I'm waiting. We are waiting. There's Kimberly right there.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not on camera, right?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay. Let
Maybe
me
it's
see.
muted.
Let me see.
Yep, it's muted. It's muted.
Now it's saying it's not.
Huh. Why ain't I hearing it?
It's probably, oh God, my phone is all messed up. It doesn't say it's muted.
You can hear
How about
both of us,
now?
KFC? Let me see if I can turn up my.
Can you hear? I hear you
Both of
perfect.
us, KFC? Let me see if I can turn up my. Okay, I can hear you, Kimberly.
Can you hear? I hear you perfect.
KFC? Let me see if I can turn up my. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, I can hear you on my phone, but not on my computer.
Really? I can hear you perfect. I wonder if it's my phone.
Okay, I can hear you on my phone, but not on my computer.
Really? I can hear you perfect. It's got a delay.
Okay, I can hear you on my phone, but not on my computer. Really, I can hear you perfect.
It's got a delay.
Okay, I can hear you on my phone, but not on my computer. Really, I can hear you perfect. I'm gonna come up on my phone. Hold on just a second.
Okay, can you hear me now, Kimberly?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Can everybody hear us? And you can turn off your cam if you want to.
I do want to. Do I
Okay,
hit the
just
cam?
yeah, there
There we
you
go. Oh,
go.
yeah, I got it. All right. I never did this before. Am I too loud?
Why is it No, you're fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Hmm.
I forgot in that little where the profile, it's like a where the profile picture would be. It's a poem about grief. I totally forget what it
Oh,
says, but I'll have to look at it one day. And
uh, yeah. Let me put my chat up. Hey, Just John, welcome, welcome. It's so glad to meet. I'm so happy to meet you, Kimberly. I'm so glad that you came up on panel. How did you hear about my channel?
I heard about it through KFC.
Okay.
We're on a couple different channels. We watch a couple of the same channels. I know me and her both go on AML Films
Yeah, yeah,
with
I do too.
Mal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people actually do from all over. I've met so many people from all over the country
right.
in, at AML. But KFC, yeah, she knew about lost my son, and she told me
Yeah.
about you.
Okay, okay. Well,
And I'm
thank you,
so glad to have
KFC.
met
We love
you.
you.
Yeah,
We
she's
love
amazing.
KFC. Yeah, she's amazing. Where are you from, Kimberly?
I live in New Jersey now, but I've
Hmm.
lived all over. I lived in Florida for 5 years. I lived in Arizona for
Oh,
4 or 5
wow.
years. Yeah, I traveled a lot before I had my son.
Yeah, okay. I love to travel. We did a lot of traveling when my husband did cable work. So I
Oh, great.
understand that travel bug you get, and we're settled down now. We've been here where we are for 7 years. So
Okay, good. And
yeah,
you're in Louisiana, right?
I'm in northeast Louisiana. I am
Okay.
connected. I am 3 hours from Arkansas, or actually, I'm an hour and a half from Arkansas, an hour and a half from Vicksburg, Mississippi, and I can get to Texas in 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm about 25 minutes, 20-minute drive from Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. So you know about the Kensington area.
Oh,
With
I'm in recovery.
Oh, okay, great. That's
I
right. You did say that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm in
so
recovery from opiates, and I used to
okay.
actually buy my drugs in Kensington.
Oh, wow, wow. What story you must have.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you wanted to get into that or no.
Oh, honey, we can go wherever this takes us. I just want it to be very natural and
Okay.
just
You
so
seem very easy to talk to.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I love talking with people, and
So do
I'm
I.
very interested in other people's stories and how they have risen out of the darkest, areas of their life to, regain their life again. I'm interested in that. It takes a
Okay.
strong woman. It takes a strong woman to be in recovery and to lose a child.
Thank you
Um,
so much. I actually had, uh, I was, when I got pregnant at 29,
mhm,
and I did not know that I was pregnant. When I found out I was
mhm,
pregnant, I was 2.5 months living with his father in
mhm,
Florida. Well, I was using heroin. As soon as I found out, I stopped, but I
mhm,
was still worried, so I made sure I went to the doctor extra, everything was fine. He came out
mhm.
very healthy, everything was good. So I had years, I actually had, let me see, I relapsed when my son was 3. I
Mhm.
relapsed. His father never stopped.
Okay.
He actually passed away in 2016.
Okay. And you said your son found him.
Yeah, my son actually he was alone with his dad's body for like 45 minutes.
How old was
And
he at the time?
12,
Oh
12.
my goodness. Oh my
Yeah, and
goodness.
he's nonverbal, so he couldn't call out to anyone or
Right.
anything. Yeah, he didn't know what to do. I walked in, and it's very talk about intuition. I I was actually, because we were broken up, his father and I, because I couldn't
Mhm.
my son needed one, you know, parent that wasn't using. So I got on methadone, and
Good.
it helps me a lot. I mean, I'm on it, and it really saved my life. It really did.
Nothing wrong with being on this is how I feel. If you have to take something to help you manage and maintain your sobriety, then by
Right,
gosh, do it.
right, exactly.
That's
That's
how I
how I
feel.
feel.
You
Me,
do
same here.
anything. Yeah.
Same here. Yeah, I relapsed
Yes.
when he was 3 years old, for about a couple weeks. And but then after that I had 14 years. So altogether I had over 14, 15 years. But when my
Wow.
son passed
Amazing.
away, I
Mhm.
relapsed 2 days after my son passed away.
Yes. Yeah.
And I
Understandable.
relapsed, yeah, from October, he passed away October 13th, 2021. And
Mhm.
I used until March 27th, and I've been
Mhm.
clean since then.
Well, can I ask you how he passed?
Sure, this is what I'm still not, I never got a full uh, autopsy report. I
Oh
think
wow.
it's very strange. I don't know if you've ever heard of SUDEP.
No.
It's SUD as in dog EP,
Mhm.
and it's sudden unexpected death in epilepsy. Well,
Okay.
all of the factors that that were factored in how I found him. He never was diagnosed with epilepsy. He had about 3 seizures in his life. They would not diagnose him. They didn't give him any medicine for epilepsy. He's had three, like I said, in his life. So I guess
Mhm.
that's not enough to be labeled, but he was never diagnosed with that anyway. So
Okay.
he was healthy. I thought he was at the doctor regularly. He The
Mhm.
day before he passed, he was happy, skipping, jumping around. And the
Mhm.
Wednesday morning that he passed, I was off from work. My husband, we had a 1 bedroom apartment. My son had the bedroom. My husband and I slept in the living room. Um, it was about 5:30 in the morning. My husband, he's on the methadone clinic as well. He
Uh
was
huh.
leaving to go to the clinic, and See, now we both up. My son came out of his room around 5:30 in the morning. I
Mm-hmm.
was sleeping, but I was hearing things. He didn't ask, but because he was not verbal, but he went over to my husband. My husband said, I'll let you use my phone when I come back. And he
Mm-hmm.
left. And then my son was standing right in front of me. And I didn't think about it at the time. But at the time, all I said is, it's really early, honey. Why don't you go back to sleep? I love you. And now that I think of it, and my husband thinks, I think that that wasn't even him. I think that was his spirit standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he did not, he was nonverbal, but he would always like make a sound
Right,
or,
right. Yes,
you know,
make some kind of gesture. Yeah.
right. And he literally, when I think of it now, that did not even feel like it was my son standing there.
Wow.
He would, the something about the look in his eyes was like he was remembering my face.
Mm.
And I did not think about it until a few months after.
Yeah.
But we, it was around 10:30 in the morning, and my husband's like, "Did he come out?" And I said, "No," because I was sleeping. It was my day off, and we, I, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't have cameras in his room. But I guess I mean, I can't think about that. I guess, but he,
Yeah.
my husband walked in and comes running out and said, "It's Jacob." And I ran in there and went to turn him over. He was on his face, and I can't
Oh
even
God.
describe. I can't even describe what he looked like.
Yeah,
Um,
you don't have to, sweetheart.
and I ran to the phone and I called 911. And they, even though I knew, yeah, by looking, obviously he was gone, but they said
Right.
do CPR. And my husband
Right.
was looking at me like, I can't. There is no CPR. We can't
Right.
do CPR.
Right.
So I really don't remember much of that day after that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But my
Understandable.
husband said that I was like, screaming and ripping things off the walls, and like, the police were crying, and it
Yeah.
was just, yeah, it was just a
Yeah.
bad scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had a so
Uh.
basically, I assumed that he had a seizure in his sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and SUDUP, I looked it up because it was taking so long to get the autopsy report, and I
Right.
couldn't figure out, what else it could be besides him having a seizure in his sleep. There was some blood on the pillowcase, not the pillow. He was laying face down on the bed, not on a pillow, but there was blood on the pillow next to him. But
Oh my goodness.
yeah, in the autopsy report, it did not say that he bit his tongue or anything. So I don't
Huh.
know where that blood came from. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the autopsy report said he passed from cardiac arrhythmia, and his heart swelling from the seizure that he had, I guess, that morning.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for SUDUP to be diagnosed, there's a actor, Cameron Boyd. He was only 20, I think, or 21. He was on a Disney show. He
Mm-hmm.
passed away. He passed away from that.
Okay.
And the symptoms are like being found on your face, um, having prior seizures. But they have to do a specific test.
Right. And they never
And
did that on him.
right, right. So that's
Yeah.
why they like the time of
So
death
this
wasn't on there.
really
Yeah, it was just, I just have a lot of unanswered questions.
just a lot of, yeah. Gosh, girl, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
Grief is hard enough already. Losing your child is hard enough already without having the questions. I have questions. Even knowing the diagnosis and what happened, I still have questions because there was things that were done that shouldn't have been done.
really.
Um, yeah. And my son was married. It had to be up to his wife to take care of this.
Right.
Um,
Now he was in the hospital. If you don't mind me asking,
mhm.
what happened? If you don't mind me asking.
When Paul was diagnosed the first time, he was 15 years old, and it was in 2008. And we went to St. Jude and went through 3 years of chemo.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
and he was a St. Jude survivor, and he had attended his 10th year anniversary was coming up in October,
Oh
and he was
wow.
diagnosed. He relapsed into the 10th year of September. And so St. Jude has a thing, they don't treat adults, they treat children. And even
Oh.
with him being a previous patient, because he had been 10 years out, he was considered a survivor, and they don't take them back. And so we
Oh,
had to
I
take
didn't
him
know
to
that.
we had to take him to our local hospital. And that doctor
Mm.
did surgery, and I don't think he was supposed to, because there was a lot of complications with the surgery, and he was supposed to be in at LSU Shreveport receiving treatment, and they weren't giving him treatment over here in St. Francis. And I went up there, and I'm not lying to you when I tell you I should have been arrested that day. I really should have been arrested, because I
That's
was
your
up
baby.
there.
That's your baby. I can
Yeah,
understand.
I was up there. I was going fucking crazy
Of course.
in that hospital, and they were like, "We're calling security." That nurse looked at me. I said, "Bitch, you better go get fucking security." I
Oh
said, "You
yeah, no,
better bring."
that's
I said, "You bring whoever the hell you need to bring, because I'm fixing to go off. My son is leaving this hospital today."
of where was his wife during this?
She was there. That's another
Are you
story.
close? Are you close with her, or that's another story?
Um, we get along. She has my
Yeah,
granddaughter, and we get along. I don't agree with everything that took place. She was in a
right.
relationship with his best friend 2 weeks after he was gone. She just had a
What?
baby. She had a baby with him. He's almost 3 now. So,
Oh my.
it's
So
like I said, it's a whole nother
that,
story.
that's a whole nother. Oh, okay. That
I've
sure
I've been
is.
I've been through it, but I have to say, um, she knows how I feel about it, but
Right.
everyone makes mistakes, and everybody does crazy shit in grief.
Right.
And I have to assume that, I know she loved my son. They had a child
Okay.
together.
Good.
I know
Yeah.
that I know they loved each other. I just know that in the last year they were having a hard time. And
Okay.
that
Okay.
wasn't for me to get into. I'm the type of parent that I love you, but I'm not going to get in your business. I'm just not.
Okay.
You're her
That's good.
husband. You're her husband. I raised you exactly, you know what I'm saying? But they were having a tough time.
Yeah.
And I really didn't realize how tough it was until after he was gone, because I was so enthralled with him being sick.
Of course. Of
Um,
course. You sound
he
like
was
a great mom. I would probably, I can't say I would do the same. Like my son with his autism, like he never, was able to have a
right.
girlfriend or anything, but I think I would be the one that would get involved
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, you're not good enough for my son. Like, so you
It's
sound
it's
like very amazing.
it's tough, because they were together, 3 years before they had a child.
Wow. Okay.
They lived in New Orleans, and they were very mature for their age. They've always taken care of everything themselves, had vehicles, had jobs, had a place to
That's
live.
great. You raised him
And
right.
yeah, he was a great, great, great kid,
He
and
sounds amazing. He really does.
um, it he relapsed, and I ended up. He was in the hospital, and there was nothing left that they could do. They came in and they did surgery, and when they went in, they said that it looked like concrete.
Oh my goodness.
And I had to go in and tell him that there was nothing left for him to do, and that he was going to die. And I wouldn't let
I heard you
them.
saying that. That must have been very hard.
Um,
I
it was the
can't
hardest
imagine.
thing I've ever done in my life,
Of
besides burying
course.
my child. Uh,
Wow.
because like I said, he
I'm
looked
so
at me.
sorry you had to deal with that.
I didn't want no one else to tell him. I don't know why
Yeah,
I was so adamant about it too. I didn't
I
want
would. You know
nobody.
what? Do you want me to? Is it okay to call you Melissa, or do you like to
Yeah,
be called
yeah,
some? Okay. Yeah, Melissa, I would be the same way.
yeah,
I would want to be the one.
yeah. I had to be there. He was the one. I gave birth to him.
Of course. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh,
So
I can
and
literally feel your pain.
he looked at me and he said, "Mom, all I know how to do is fight."
Oh wow.
And I said, "I know, baby. I know." I said, "But you're going to go home and be with Jesus. And
Oh.
you're not going to be in pain no more.
Right.
And we're going to have to say goodbye to each other, and we're going to have to be okay with that."
Oh
You know,
wow.
so I brought him home. I brought him home to my house, and I put him in the dining room. And Slap and Tickle, who is here in the chat this morning,
I
his
think I
best
saw
friend,
that. Yeah. I saw. I thought
he
that
was,
was him. Yeah.
yeah, he was here, and you know, I laid with my son, and I didn't leave his side, Kimberly. I didn't want
Wow.
him. I didn't want him to be alone.
I I
And
I would have wanted the same thing. The
I
same
didn't want
exact.
him to be alone.
Of course not. That's your baby, no matter how old. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. How
no,
many kids you have, it doesn't matter. You
no.
know, everybody's grief is different, but we all losing a child is, in my opinion, the
It's
worst thing.
it's the
Like,
worst thing.
yeah, I've gone through some
Besides,
shit, and but
yeah, yeah,
there's nothing.
I've been through some crazy stuff, but when I was told that, my heart fell to my stomach. That
A part of you
feeling you
dies
get.
with them.
Yes. And a week after my son passed, my oldest son's girlfriend was pregnant, and she gave birth to a stillborn, my grandchild, my
Oh,
grandson.
oh my goodness. That was a week after?
Yeah, it was like a day before my wedding anniversary.
Oh my good. Did you even have the viewing yet or the
No, I wasn't able to go. I was in the bed. I couldn't even attend
Yeah.
my grandson's funeral. I was in the
I
bed.
mean for your son. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I was at the viewing for my son, and he was cremated. We had a viewing, and oh my God, so many people showed up.
oh, that yeah, my
Um,
son was cremated too, and a lot of people showed up as well.
yeah, there were so many people here at the house, and when you talk about the cops showing
Oh,
up and crying, the cops showed up, and the hospice nurse was here, and everybody was in tears. Everybody, the cop hugged my neck.
oh wow.
Yeah, it was the love was amazing, and yeah,
Oh,
it was a lot of outpouring of love. Um, we had a GoFundMe set up because we couldn't afford to bury him,
I
so
had one too.
we had to have him cremated. And I had a friend, and I didn't know it, but she called the Louisiana State Troopers, Troop F division out here, about 20 minutes from me. And they they called me and wanted to know how much the rest of the bill was, and they paid it off.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, that's
almost a
beautiful.
thousand dollars. Yeah. So
My friend, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I had a GoFundMe too. A friend of mine, I worked at Target. Um, up until my son passed away. I worked at Target near me for I don't know. Is there Targets where you are?
Yes, yes, there's
Okay.
targets here. Hmm.
Yeah, I worked there for about 3 years, and
Okay.
so many a girl from my job started a GoFundMe for me, and for my
Yeah, that's
son's viewing.
yeah,
I
that's
wanted
sweet
to have him
because
buried, but it's like, very expensive,
oh my gosh, yes it is. Yes it
and
is.
the condition of how he looked,
Yeah.
they said that I didn't have the I kept putting off the viewing, I guess, because that was going to make it seem
Like it didn't
mm,
happen.
like it right. It was 2 weeks to the day that he passed that we had the
Oh wow.
viewing.
No, mine was like the next day. Like
Really,
I had no time to get photos together. I was so distraught that I didn't get it. There was no preacher. I was the preacher.
right?
And I am an ordained minister, but I
Are you
wasn't
really?
expecting yes, but I wasn't expecting to do my own son's funeral.
Of course not. Of course
But
not. Yeah.
my daughter-in-law, she's a beautiful singer, and so she sang his favorite songs.
Oh,
Um,
what type of music was your son into?
oh, he listened to all kinds of stuff, but she sings these. There's a couple of gospel songs that she sings, Christian gospel, that is real pretty, and she ended up singing those. I can't remember the names
Oh,
of
that's
them,
beautiful.
but there
My
were so many people there.
oh, that's great. You know what? And you don't want you don't, it's not like you want to see people crying, but
No,
when you see people showing emotion, it shows you just how many people love your son.
yes, yes, and
So it kind of makes you feel,
it
yeah,
brings you a sense of comfort and joy to know that your child impacted so many people's life. Yeah,
you said it perfect. That's exactly right.
yeah,
But there
and
was so many people at my son's. I see. They were. I couldn't even believe they did this. They let me. They make a because he was on Medicaid. Um, money was taken off. They took like a
mhm,
thousand off the bill, and then from the GoFundMe, they gave us like the biggest like kind of like package thing. They made a DVD that
mhm,
they gave me like four of them, five of them, and they
yes,
asked me to provide pictures of him from birth
mhm,
all the way up till he was 18 when he passed. And
mhm,
so I gave them a bunch of pictures, and they made the DVD. They asked me to pick out four of his favorite songs,
right,
and I can still go on the website
and
and
watch it.
watch it, and anybody can watch it. It's like I tell all my I mean, they played it during the viewing, but like people that didn't go, I was like, if you wouldn't mind, would you watch this for me? You know, I
Have you
mean,
ever have you ever experienced having to change phones and
yes.
having I was literally so panicked because my phone was acting crazy and my husband's phone had died. And so I was going to he was getting me a new phone and he's going to get my old phone. And all I could think about is I'm going to lose all of my son's text messages,
Oh
you know,
wow.
and the original text
Oh
messages.
no.
And so I called Indie Mom, Queen Indie Mom, and I'm like, Queen, what do I do? I was crying. And she says, okay, this is what you do. You go on there and you go and you take screenshots of every single text message. She says, and then you go upload it on your computer and you put it into a folder. And
Wow,
so
she's
that's what
tech
I did.
savvy then. It's
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
wouldn't know what to do either.
I mean, girl, she saved me. She saved me that day. She doesn't know how much she saved me but that day,
She
but she
sounds like
did.
I already have love for her. Like she sounds
I
amazing.
love I love I love my girlfriend. She is my best friend, and
Oh,
that's really what I'm wanting all of us to have in this community, is a sense of that we know each other. It's not just like now you're up here with me and we're talking and conversating, and there's emotion that is felt.
right.
And that right there is what bonds us and brings us together, and knowing each other's stories and being able to support each other, and hold each other up when we're down, because we're all
That's
going to
so
run into
important.
those down days.
I can't thank KFC. I can't see the chat. Like I don't know
If
if I
you
do
hit,
something.
tell me what you see.
It says I hit where it said chat, and it says chat with everyone in the studio.
Does it
Maybe if
say
I hit
comments? Does it say comments
um,
anywhere?
it says it up at the top. I'm trying to
Okay,
hit it.
press comments and you should see them. Did you get it? Hello? Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Kimberly? Hello? I think you might be muted. Uh-oh, she dropped down. Okay, guys. Maybe she'll come back in the chat. I think that's good for today. We've went almost 2 hours. Don't, oh, you're not dumb, honey. It's okay. I need to end this today. Um, we've went almost 2 hours, and so I need to wrap it up. But I want to say that I appreciate you, Kimberly, for coming up and sharing your story. And I believe, just like everyone else in the chat, send our condolences to you. Um, we share in something together that is hard, but I know that we as strong women can make it. Um, you're, yeah, she's awesome, isn't she, Ambrosia? She's awesome. We're all awesome. Y'all are all awesome, and we all have something to give into this community. So I ask that you subscribe. Hopefully you are subscribed, and please share. Get out there and share with people that are hurting, and let them know that we have a community where you can come over. We don't like drama. We don't like bullies. We're not going to do trolling. We're not going to do that. Um, we're just not going to listen and pay attention to that mess. We're going to do what we do, and we're going to be happy, and we're going to create our neighborhood, and it's going to be a safe neighborhood. Okay. Um, I want to say thank you to everybody for showing up. Have a great day. I lift everyone up, and I cover you all in the blessings of God, and the healing hand of God be over you for anything that you need. Whatever it is that you need today, ask Him. And believe it or not, He's listening. What is everybody saying? Yes, Queen and Mom. I love and appreciate all of you. Yes, Gina, there we go. Gina says, God loves the world through us. Wow. Thank you so much, Gina. That right there is the comment of the day. God loves the world through us. And just remember, y'all, we are not alone. You are not alone. Reach out to somebody. We have Instagram, we have text, we have email. If you need to talk to somebody, email me or Queen Indie Mom, All the information is in my About section on my channel. Y'all email us, and we will be happy to get back with anyone who wants to get in contact with us. So, anyway, everyone, have a wonderful day, and love and blessings to all of you. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And Honeybees, signing out.